tell you that there is no other horse today quite like the kiger, whether in fact or in legend. Their stunning beauty, spirit, their primitive markings, and that beautiful dun factor coloring all add up to an equine that stands out in a crowd. The Kiger Mustang is a descendant of horses that were brought to the New World by the Spanish conquistadors. Those Spanish horses were the predecessors of the Baroque breeds, those being the Andalusian and the Lusitano. Kigers can also be linked back to the wild breed called the Soraya, which roamed freely across Spain, France, and Portugal. The Sorayas were short, stocky, mostly grulla or mouse dun in color. It's also thought that the kiger may have some links back to the prehistoric tarpon. Through DNA testing by the University of Kentucky, it has been confirmed that the Kiger Mustang is one of the purest remaining herds of Spanish origin. Generations of natural selection in the wild, a harsh environment, all combined to produce the kiger. With their athletic ability, their stamina and endurance, combined with their sure-footedness, they are very versatile. Whether it's pleasure riding, jumping, trail riding, eventing, endurance, driving, kigers can do it all. So where did they come from? You might ask. Well, in 1977, during a wild horse gathering in a remote area of southeastern Oregon, a particular kind of horse was discovered. While he was inspecting a wild herd of horses, BLM wild horse specialist Ron Harding noticed that a number of the horses were strikingly similar in color and conformation. Upon closer observation, he ascertained that they carried the primitive markings of the Spanish Mustangs. Mr. Harding arranged for those horses to be separated from the rest and to be held in the Burns District facility in Oregon. They then chose a suitable area to release the animals into, and to prevent losing all of the horses to a natural catastrophe and inbreeding, they selected two herd management areas, or HMAs, known as the Kiger and the Riddle HMAs. They were selected in southeastern Oregon, and Kiger Mustangs, whether they're adopted from the BLM or bred in captivity, must originate from these two herd management areas. Nowadays, a distinct difference can be seen in the two different herds, and you can see it in the ring today. The Riddle HMA herds show more Iberian-style traits and tend to have taller, more Baroque horses that have similar features to their relatives, the Andalusian and the Lusitano. The Kiger HMA herds, on the other hand, tend to have a stockier, shorter style horse, which looks similar to their Soraya ancestors. Now, the Kiger Mustang averages about 13.2 to 15.2 hands in height. They're predominantly dun or grulla in color. Their ears are finely pointed and slightly hooked at the tip. Their head is medium in size and cleanly cut with prominent eyes and a fine muzzle. Like their close relative, the Andalusian, Kigers can have heavy double manes, long flowing tails, and a lot of high gaits or leg action, which makes them look to be truly poetry in motion. Short, broad back, dense bone, compact hooves, and a well-crested neck round out this unique and tough horse. They're agile, remarkably intelligent, courageous, and bold. At the same time, Kiger Mustangs are gentle, calm, and are very willing to please. They seem to have a regal carriage and a pride that is fit for a king. We said there is a distinct difference in the two types of Mustangs, and we have those two examples in the ring. Calixta is our Mustang being ridden. She's a 5-year-old wild-bred grulla mare whose mother was captured from the Kiger HMA in 2008. Callie was born in Texas out of a wild Brandon mare by the name of Mariposa at the Iberian Sport Horse Breeding Farm in Rancho Veo. Callie's confidence and pride is evident in all she does, whether she's galloping cross country, trotting 20-meter circles in an arena, tucking her knees in the hunter ring, or simply riding bareback. Her strong work ethic and her zest for attention shine through. Now our other horse with us in the ring is Riddle Mountain Wild Card. He's affectionately known as Ace, and he's a 3-year-old gelding who was captured off the Riddle Mountain HMA in Oregon in 2011. He was adopted at the Kiger Craze Adoption at the Burns facility and brought to Canada just last year in November. Due to being a branded BLM Kiger Mustang, Ace had to remain in the United States for a year until he was titled. Then he spent his time with Kitty Lauman in Oregon, where he successfully won the hearts of all who met him. Ace has a wonderful, laid-back personality and always strives to impress. And Ace will be stepping into the dressage world to strut his stuff with his floating movement and with his will to succeed. Calixta and a Riddle Mountain Wild Card for Ace, presenting to you this evening the Kiger Mustangs. And Jay's going to come up with the microphone. Stephanie, and with our horses, find out a little bit more about them and answer any questions you may have about this special breed.